Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jag, and in today's class we're going to continue with grade 9 math. Now this is a very important topic. The topic is on slopes and first differences. Alright, so with that, let's get started. So first off, what is a slope? Alright, so we're going to just write down the definition for slope, okay? So slope is basically defined as the rise over the run. So I'm just going to write rise over run, okay? The slope can be positive or negative, and how you know is if the line is going upwards in this direction, okay? That means that the slope is positive, okay? However, if your line is basically going in the opposite direction, it will be just coming down this way, and this is a negative slope. Okay, so what we're going to take a look at, so again, the slopes unit is the main unit in grade 9 mathematics. Okay, we're going to go through the formula for slope, and then I'm going to show you how you can actually apply this formula. Alright, so I'm going to take this off. Okay, and so let's write down the formula first. Okay, whenever you are indicating slope, okay, you have to use the lowercase m. Okay, I can't use the uppercase m. That's actually used to indicate the midpoint of a line. Okay, so this is the slope. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, this is the formula for slope. Alright, and what you're going to do is I'm going to just plug it into this formula when I have 2 points. Okay, so say I'm calculating here the slope. Alright, so I'm going to do, I have point P, maybe it's 6 and 2. I have point Q, okay? Let's do something simple. So let's do 4 and 5. Okay, so say I have this, okay, and I'm looking for the slope of this line. And remember, it's enough when I have 2 points. Okay, 2 points is enough to basically draw out a line, and it can define the line itself. Alright, so we're going to just put x1, y1, because this is the first point on the line. For Q, I'm going to put x2, y2, because this is the second point that's found on the line. Okay, now all you're going to do is plug in these numbers into the formula. Okay, so I'm going to do y2, which is 5, minus y1, okay, which is 2. So this is in the numerator, okay, over, then we're doing x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is 6, okay? So I'm going to actually write it going across here. So on the top, we're doing 5 minus 2, which is 3. On the bottom, I'm doing 4 minus 6. Again, make sure you're watching the integers here. This is negative 2, okay? So this is basically what my final answer is for the formula, or for the slope. Okay, it's negative 3 over 2. Okay, again, it doesn't matter where the negative sign is, if it's in the denominator or the numerator, the whole fraction is basically considered to be negative. Okay, are there any questions there? This is how you calculate the slope. Okay, sometimes the teacher will give you like the graph, and you have to use the graph to find 2 points on the graph, and then I can still do the formula for the rise over the run, and that still defines what the slope is. Okay, so if there are no questions, let's move on to the next section here. The next section is on first differences. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Okay, and let's go into the textbook here, and let's try this example. Okay, so I'm going to draw out this table here. Okay, the teacher will always give you like an x and y table. Alright, so we're going to try this one. Okay, whenever you do this, make sure that the x value is increasing by only like the same amount. So here I can see I'm going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time the x value is increasing by 1. Okay, for the y value, it does not make a difference. So negative 1, we'll put negative 5 and negative 9. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to take, okay, our table, and I'm just going to extend a column into it. I'm going to name this column as the first difference, okay? And usually when you draw it out, it will be in boxes. Okay, we're going to cross out the first box here. And what we're doing is looking for the difference between the y values. Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom. Okay, I'm going to do -9 minus -5. Okay, and you notice that I'm putting it in brackets here so I don't mix up any of the signs. Okay, so this is actually -9 plus 5, which is -4. Okay, then I'm going to draw another arrow. We're going to go to the next two set of numbers. So I'm going to do -5 minus -1. Okay, so one more time, it's -5 plus 1, which is -4. And again, if you get kind of confused, remember to just use your calculator, okay, and put in the negative sign so you don't mess anything up. Okay, the next one is going to be -1 minus 3, which is -4. Okay, I'm going to take off the arrows just so you can see this. Okay, and the last one is going to be 3 minus 7, which is equal to -4. Okay, so usually you do cross out the first box. Okay, you just can't see it here because I don't have boxes drawn. All right, but basically when you're doing that last number, okay, it will fall into the first box. So if you're looking at our first differences here, I can see they are all -4. Okay, and because they're all -4, okay, we'll write it on this side here. Therefore, the relation is linear. Okay, so linear just means that if I were to graph out this function, okay, it would basically be a straight line. Okay, it's not going to be a curve. However, if you do the first differences and you notice that all the numbers are different, that would make it non-linear. Okay, and for the grade 9 level, I just need to distinguish between linear and non-linear. Non-linear just means that this function won't be a straight line. It can be a curve, okay? It can be a parabola. It doesn't actually matter, okay? We're not going to distinguish between that, okay? So the reason it's linear here is the first difference is the difference between the y values, okay? And so between the y values, if we just draw a quick sketch here, if you're looking at these points, okay, between the y values, I'm making like small triangles there, okay? The y values are the same, okay? So I know basically the difference between each of the points is also the same. And that's how I know that this is a linear graph, okay, or a linear function, okay? And all I'm doing here is looking at the first difference. Okay, I hope everyone learned something from this video, and if you did, make sure you are clicking on the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Thanks, bye.